What's happening, everyone, and welcome back to the Kanye Scope. The news cycle is absolutely relentless, and if you blink, you might just miss the biggest stories breaking right now. We've got a packed show today, delivering the must-know updates that are shaping our world. Get ready for a high-octane dive into the headlines that matter. First up, a major figure is speaking out on critical issues, and the ripple effects are already being felt. We're talking about a public statement that's turning heads and sparking important conversations. Then, we're jetting off to Venice for a look at a truly unique fashion statement that's capturing attention for all the right reasons. But that's not all. We're also diving deep into a significant personal milestone that could redefine a career path. And finally, we've got a developing situation that could have major implications for the country's leadership. You do not want to miss a single second of this. Stick around and make sure you're subscribed and have that notification bell on. A bold stance emerges. In a move that has captured significant attention, a prominent public figure has recently voiced strong opinions on a pressing societal issue. Speaking out against the backdrop of ongoing immigration enforcement actions, the individual articulated concerns about the impact on communities and the broader fabric of the nation. The remarks, made during an event where the speaker was being honored for their work in prison reform, highlighted a perceived disconnect between official narratives and the lived experiences of many, particularly those who have contributed significantly to the country's development. The public statement emphasized that the issue affects individuals known personally, extending beyond abstract policy discussions to touch upon the lives of friends and acquaintances. This personal connection appears to have amplified the urgency and conviction behind the message, suggesting a shift from detached observation to a more deeply felt advocacy. The comments were made in response to questions about immigration and deportation policies, drawing a clear line between those accused of criminal activity and hardworking individuals contributing to society, many of whom are reportedly being caught in the crossfire of these enforcement actions. The speaker expressed a desire for a more humane approach, asserting that fear and injustice should not impede people's ability to live freely and safely, and that a better way must exist. This stance comes after a period of engagement with political figures and administrations, including previous visits to the White House and support for initiatives spearheaded by individuals associated with current and former administrations. Despite these past connections, the recent public critique signals a willingness to address policies that are perceived to be causing harm, even if it means diverging from established relationships or political alignments. The remarks have already elicited a response from a White House spokesperson, who reiterated the administration's commitment to deporting criminal illegal aliens and ensuring national safety, regardless of celebrity opinions. This exchange underscores the high-profile nature of the statement and its immediate engagement with the political discourse. Earlier statements on social media platforms also indicate a consistent concern regarding the treatment of immigrants, framing the issue as one of fundamental fairness and community well-being, and calling for collective action to address what is perceived as inhumane practices. But as this public figure takes a stand on critical policy, their personal journey is also taking a fascinating turn. Get ready, because we're heading to Venice, where fashion meets advocacy in a spectacular display. Venetian-style statement. In the enchanting city of Venice, a well-known personality recently made a striking appearance at the 16th Annual DVF Awards, an event hosted by Diane von Furstenberg to honor women making significant contributions to improving lives. The individual, recognized for their dedicated advocacy work with the Anti-Recidivism Coalition, an organization focused on ending mass incarceration, chose an ensemble that was nothing short of avant-garde. The outfit, a creation from Mason Margiela, featured a silvery gray jumpsuit characterized by a high neckline and dramatic, billowing sleeves that flowed into wide-legged trousers. Adding a theatrical element, the jumpsuit included an attached cape, creating a silhouette reminiscent of futuristic or cinematic designs. The garment structure also incorporated a unique reverse bodysuit element, with fabric artfully gathered over the pants, contributing to its distinctive and bold aesthetic. This fashion-forward choice was deliberately minimalist in its accessorizing, with only a couple of rings adorning the hands, allowing the intricate design of the outfit to command full attention. For the beauty look, the star opted for sleek, straight hair parted down the middle and a shimmering, reflective lip color, completing a cohesive and impactful presentation. The awards ceremony itself celebrated 5 distinguished women for their commitment to advocacy, including Hanan Ahmed of the Vital Voices Crisis Response Program, supermodel Christy Turlington-Burns of Every Mother Counts, Fanny Kiwaru Castro representing COICA, and Giulia Minali of Una Nesuna Centimilla, highlighting a collective dedication to impactful change. Leading up to this event, the individual was also seen enjoying time with their eldest daughter, Northwest, in Rome. Their European excursion included a moment where they were spotted in coordinated black outfits, with the mother wearing a lacy black dress and a prominent cross necklace, while North sported a black corseted top paired with a silver metallic, pleated skirt. North's look notably channeled a vintage style associated with Kylie Jenner, complemented by turquoise blue hair and knee-high combat boots. This trip also brought to light a clarification of a long-standing rumor from 2014, where the individual addressed claims of having forgotten North at a Paris hotel. A video shared on social media showed the star exiting a hotel empty-handed before returning to retrieve a then-toddler North from the lobby. The star explained on Instagram stories that the decision was made to showcase her outfit first, as North's attire did not match, emphatically stating, "I didn't forget her." This anecdote offers a glimpse into the personal dynamics and fashion-conscious moments that often accompany public life. While making a splash in Venice with her style, this public figure is also navigating a rigorous personal challenge. Next, we delve into a significant legal milestone that could redefine a career path: the pursuit of justice. In a quiet yet significant move, a prominent reality television star and business mogul has taken a crucial step toward realizing her long-held ambition of becoming a lawyer. Earlier this summer, the 44-year-old embarked on the notoriously challenging California bar examination, a rigorous 2-day test considered one of the most difficult in the nation. This undertaking marks the culmination of a 6-year apprenticeship, an unconventional route that allowed her to bypass traditional law school. Having successfully passed the preliminary baby bar on her 4th attempt in December 2021, this latest exam represents the ultimate hurdle in her journey to becoming a licensed attorney, a path that mirrors the esteemed legal career of her late father, Robert Kardashian. The exam itself involved tackling 200 multiple-choice questions, 5 essay prompts, and a demanding 90-minute performance test. The results of this high-stakes examination are expected on November 7, with public disclosure scheduled for November 9. Insiders suggest that, to avoid the intense media scrutiny typically associated with her public profile, she likely took the exam privately with a proctor rather than at a public testing site. This legal pursuit gains further significance as it occurs concurrently with her recent public criticisms of the Trump administration's ICE raids. Despite a history of maintaining cordial relationships with members of the Trump family, including former First Lady Melania and Ivanka Trump, she has openly condemned the immigration crackdown. Her earlier social media statements in June labeled the tactics as inhumane and called for the protection of hardworking people being separated from their families, a stance that drew mixed reactions, with some critics accusing her of virtue signaling given her past ties. However, she has stood firm in her convictions, reiterating her criticisms even while being honored in Venice for her prison reform advocacy. She expressed that while the news often frames these actions around removing criminals, the reality affects many who have diligently built the country and are integral to its fabric. She emphasized that these policies are impacting people she knows personally, and that it is imperative to protect those who have supported and built the nation, suggesting that the current approach is not aligning with the purported message of protection. When asked about potentially returning to Washington to advocate for additional prison reform cases, even controversial ones like the Menendez brothers, she expressed an immediate willingness. She stated that as these individuals are in state prisons, the governor holds significant authority over such decisions, but she would be prepared to engage with any administration to champion the rights of those she believes in. This latest legal milestone follows a celebratory gathering in May, where she marked the completion of her apprenticeship with family and friends, a moment where she also paid tribute to her father. Her father, a renowned defense attorney, famously served on O.J. Simpson's Dream Team during his 1995 murder trial, leaving a significant legacy in the legal field before his passing in 2003. The combination of her legal aspirations and her vocal advocacy highlights a multifaceted commitment to justice and reform. As this legal journey reaches a critical juncture, another development in the political arena is poised to capture national attention. We turn our focus now to a statement from a high-ranking official that could have significant implications for the nation's leadership structure. Leadership contingency. In a recent statement that has drawn considerable attention, United States Vice President JD Vance has seemingly outlined a potential scenario regarding presidential succession. According to reports from USA Today, Vance indicated on Thursday that he would be prepared to assume the responsibilities of the presidency should a tragedy befall the current administration. This assertion places a spotlight on the constitutional framework for presidential continuity and the readiness of the executive branch to ensure stable governance under any circumstances. While the specific context and the exact phrasing of Vance's remarks are crucial for a complete understanding, the implication is clear. The vice president is acknowledging the gravity of his position within the line of succession and signaling his preparedness for the ultimate duties of the office. Such statements, particularly from a vice president, often serve to reassure the public of the government's operational stability and the continuity of leadership, even in times of uncertainty or potential crisis. The reference to a tragedy is broad and could encompass a range of unforeseen events, from incapacitating illness to more severe outcomes that would necessitate the vice president's immediate ascension to the presidency. This kind of preparedness is a fundamental aspect of national security and governance, ensuring that the nation remains functional and led without interruption. The remarks also come at a time when political discourse often includes discussions about the health and well-being of national leaders, making any statement about succession particularly resonant. Vance, as vice president, holds a key position in the current administration, and his acknowledgement of the potential for assuming the presidency underscores the serious nature of the responsibilities associated with high office. The report from USA Today suggests that the statement was made in a manner that indicates a direct contemplation of this possibility, rather than a mere theoretical discussion of constitutional protocols. This directness in addressing the contingency of presidential succession can be interpreted in various ways, from a proactive demonstration of leadership readiness to a political signal within the broader national conversation. The preparedness of the vice president to step into the presidential role is a critical element in the functioning of the U.S. government, ensuring that the executive branch can continue to operate effectively regardless of the circumstances faced by the president. This statement, therefore, is not just about succession planning, but also about the perceived stability and resilience of the administration itself. As this statement from the vice president highlights the seriousness of leadership roles, our journey through the day's most impactful news is nearing its end. But before we sign off, let's do a quick recap of everything we've covered today. Don't go anywhere. What an incredible roundup of stories. We saw a major figure take a stand on immigration policy, a stunning fashion moment in Venice, a personal legal achievement, and a significant statement on presidential succession. Stay locked into the Kanye Scope for all the updates you need. If you enjoyed this, smash that like button, subscribe for more, ring that notification bell so you never miss a drop, and let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Follow us on all social platforms to stay connected. We'll see you next time.